Go, Micah.
Change. This experience this year will be my last in middle school. That word comes in mind. Change. Change is a big step for all of us. It might be changing a goal in your life. It might be changing schools. It might be changing your little sister's diaper. Whatever your change may be, we've all learned to hate it. Mostly because we have no idea what it's like. But if we learn to accept it and make the best of it, that big fat change may be the best thing that ever happened to you. I mean, yeah, high school's a big step in our lives. You may be scared, excited, hey, you might not even care. But high school is one of those memories you will have for the rest of your life. Those years might be full of regrets, or they may be the years full of success. And your success or regret comes from the decision you make. Now, I don't want to scare y'all, but that might be something to think about. See, I've experienced change when I moved here from a huge city. I didn't know what it would be like, and to be honest, I didn't really want to know that I'd be leaving all my good friends behind. I've only been to Hubbard for a year, but a lot can happen in a year, and it has. Being here at Hubbard taught me that even though change is scary and unpredictable, the way you view the experience matters. Because now, when I move back, it'll be a lot harder, but I'll remember this. I think a lot of us are ready for high school, but for some of us, we haven't even realized what we're getting ourselves into. But know that change isn't always for the worse. That is, if you make it that way. There's a saying that says, you can attract more flies with honey than with vinegar, meaning that when you're positive or negative about something, your outcome becomes positive or negative. You create your situation based on your attitude. So make the best out of every situation, because even though if it isn't something you can't change, know that you can change the experience it gives you. Change only happens when you make a choice. So let the choice making begin.
Graduation. The official ceremony of conferring degrees or diplomas is at a college or a school. But what does it really mean? For our parents, it's an unforgettable stepping stone in life, one day closer to you being all grown up and gone. And for your sibling, it's really just one step closer to you being grown up and out of the house. And then to us, I'm not quite sure what it means to everybody, but for me it's about moving on. Beginning the next chapter of our lives by rereading the last one in a night. And then the question arises, 3 years at Hubbard Middle School, and what do you have to show for it? Some will say I passed all my classes shockingly so I can actually be here tonight. I was the quarterback, the cheerleader, while others actually go deeper into the thought. What I have to show for it is us, U-S. 2 letters that together are quite common, but when put together and related to this group of kids, becomes a whole new word with a whole new meaning. Ever so often, there comes a group of kids that are so close that it's almost impossible for them to imagine splitting up in different schools. It all starts in 6th grade, when we are insecure and completely unaware about what is to come. The first day of school comes quicker than we know it, and we're all in the same place, hoping to make it through. I remember I couldn't even open my locker. I was mortified to be late and would have to sit in the hallway before 2nd period Spanish, just trying to get my book out, so I wouldn't have to hear Mr. Payne telling me that being prompt is an important part of my life. I became friends with the people having the exact same problem as me. We kept to our own, along with some of the kids I had gone to elementary and played sports with, and some of the kids who had classes with me. In 7th grade, with luckily no more lockers for me, groups grew and grew. I knew about 6 people in my advisory on the first day of school. That's pretty tough. So we did what we wouldn't have imagined doing the last year. We sat and talked with people we barely knew and became friends with them. I'm still pretty good friends with Shantae, one of the girls in my advisor, who I didn't even know. But the beginning of this year was really different. We were the oldest and the coolest, and we're definitely not afraid to take charge. Sixth graders even moved for us when we walked throughout the halls racing to get to our class in 4 minutes. Probably in pride, but we did show some authority. We all knew each other and blended very well together. Like any other school, we do have a clique problem. It was this year, though, that I found that moment that you wish you could replay over and over again and never stop it. This memory set aside all others and displayed boldly what middle school was all about. We were undefeated in 8th grade boys basketball, led by Jordan and Ijuan and V and J Mac and all you guys. I mean, that's incredible that y'all got that far. We were already undefeated and became city champions, and we only had to beat the other undefeated team, Lufkin, to become district champions as well. Everyone was told to come, be loud, stay late, and wear orange. A group of boys from Hubbard's other basketball team had put this whole thing together, trying to get as many people as possible to show up and support the team to beat Lufkin. When I arrived at the game, we had about 10 minutes until tip-off. I was in awe of some of the creativity I saw. Pom-pom heads, sunglasses, boas, zebra print, and a sea of orange. Now y'all gotta keep in mind, these are 8th grade boys, so that's pretty intense when they even come dressed like that. I took my place in the stands, and we began the plan of attack, to be as loud and as completely annoying as possible. Hayden had made a chance that he taught us all, and we even got multiple warnings from the referee that we were too loud and could not single any individual out or say anything bad about the other team. Shockingly, that somehow didn't stop us. The louder we got, the more points were scored. And let's just say at the end we had won with an insanely high score. It was obvious that Lufkin had not expected the student section's pride and constant noise. When the buzzer sounded, we stormed the court, running to congratulate when our boys had just pulled off. When I took the court, I had noticed people there that I would never expected to be at a basketball game. Kids who didn't talk much, and even kids who absolutely did not care for sports or school functions at all. I was amazed at this, but at the same moment, very proud. It showed what was unique about this group. The camaraderie between us is incomparable to anything else. That special bond that no one can understand is proven right there. No matter your clique or your group, everyone came out to support the team. We set all of our differences aside, and it ended up leading them to a victory. That for me is unforgettable, and by far the best memory I have ever had of middle school. The thing that defines us into a home and meaning. Now we leave these halls and split up into different schools, hopefully making the same impact there as we did here. There's so much diversity and potential in this group of kids. Kids who want to be a sports psychologist or play a sport professionally, become a doctor, an artist, an engineer, an author. Kids who want to attend UCLA, West Point, Oxford, and Oregon. Dreams that can be accomplished with this same passion and pride. I don't know about any of you, but I'm just a little scared to go to high school this year. Will I pass all my classes or not? Will I fit in or not? Will the teacher accept my homework that's probably going to be about 10 days late like Miss Clintz always did or not? The what-ifs and possibilities are absolutely endless. But if we exhibit the same camaraderie there that we did here, take life in stride, live high school to the fullest, and not stress out about the little things, we'll be fine. Darius Rucker puts it best in his song, Learn to Live. He says it himself, you gotta live and learn, you gotta crash and burn. You gotta make some stances and take some chances. You gotta live and love and take all life has to give. You gotta live and learn so you can learn to live. So whether you're planning to attend Robert E. Lee or John Tyler, don't take your 4 years there for granted. As we learned here, it comes and goes in the absolute blink of an eye. So spend your time wisely, stay out of trouble, and don't forget your years here and all the people that you will be leaving behind. Although they may have been hard, I know I personally would never trade them for the world. Thank you, Hood Middle School, and for all of you for helping us reach the next milestone in our life. Congratulations.